Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lavalais and Ella live show. It's Friday, and I got it right this time.
It's Friday. It's a hot Friday too. It's a hot Friday. I don't know whether it is where you are, but it's steamy here in Philadelphia.
Oh man, well we've got a thunderstorm watch out, so that's what's going on down here. It's nothing but
Okay.
the watch out for the serious storms.
No storms, no storms, especially in the next couple of weeks. Please, fingers crossed, because I'm on my way down there for sure.
Yeah, well, you never know what you're never gonna know what you're gonna have at Jazz Fest. That's for
That's
sure.
for sure.
Um,
That's
we've
for sure.
we've been through some I don't know how eventful Jazz Fest. That's one way
Oh,
of saying.
floods and tornadoes and storms, and we're still there. We so yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yes. Have you been working hard this week, Lavalais?
Oh, I've been working real hard. I've been trying to, as you can see, I got my Jazz Fest get up on. I mean, I'm all ready to go. I'm getting ready to go to Jazz Fest. This is one of the shirts that's put out every year that is sort of a commemorative Jazz Fest shirt, and so I've been getting them for several years. So I have quite a little collection of them, and so I'm going to be sporting one of those, and probably my new little guitar that I have ready for Jazz Fest, and my Ella hat that I'll be.
Okay. I was wondering, like, if you get a shirt every year, like, how many do you have? Do you have at least 10, 15, 20, maybe?
Oh, those shirts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have quite a collection. I've been getting them every year, so I have a serious collection of them. And the only problem is that I hardly ever get a chance to wear them. You know what I mean? It's like buy it at Jazz Fest, and then maybe if I go to Capitol Jazz or something like that, I'll pull one out or something like that. But other than that, I'm at home, so I don't
Yeah. Well, I guess
t-shirt.
any other jazz festival, yeah, but maybe they become collector's items.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this one is very popular. I mean, this one was done last year, and I've seen it quite a bit when I go to New Orleans. People seem to like it
Okay.
quite a lot. So you
Uh-huh.
know, you can tell which ones are favorites.
Okay. Okay. I see. I mean, I see them every year, people buying them, and I know it's a different design every year, and it seems like
Yeah, yeah. The girl that designs them, I can't remember her name, but she designs a new one every year, and they have like little special buttons on them and stuff like that. Like I don't know, we can't see what this button is, but it has New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival on it. Oh,
okay.
in little lettering,
Okay.
and I have one with a piano shirt and with piano keys, and it has piano keys as the buttons. So the buttons are usually pretty unique red beans.
Uh-huh. Okay. Got you. Got you. Uh, and I know it's isn't it called like Bayou wear?
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's Bayou wear because they always have something for. They always have who's that joined us. They always have something for women. Quite a bit, really and truly. But
Okay.
they do. I mean, they do the dresses, they do umbrellas, they have
Bandanas. They
have,
do it all, right?
yeah, all kinds of commemorative kinds of things. I don't know this year how things are going to work out for us and for people. I've even heard that one of my favorite, or well, she used to be my favorite, but crawfish Monica. I don't know if you've ever heard or ever
Don't
had
tell
any
me they're not
crawfish.
gonna be there.
Crawfish Monica has been like a staple at Jazz Fest for
Please tell me they're
years.
going to be there.
I think not.
Oh
I
no, 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 no. I always get crawfish mono kind of like two a day at least. Wow. Things are
It is,
changing.
yeah, it's so delicious. But I heard because of the cash thing that because Jazz Fest wants to be cashless this year, that some of the food people have decided that it's going to be too much of an inconvenience for them to
Wow.
have to take your credit card, and do all that stuff while they prepare your food or give you your food.
Wow.
Usually it's been a very quick thing where you just give them the money and they give you your change and you keep on going, keep the
they
line
just want
moving.
they just want that cash money. They don't want they don't want a credit card. Wow. I'll be very disappointed if they're not there. But listen, we got some people checking in, so let's say hi to the family.
All right.
I saw Robin from Midland, Texas. Hey, Robin.
Love Robin.
She checked in.
I know it's warm over there in Texas.
Who else did you see?
Mel is in the house. We got New York in the house.
New York.
Looking forward to seeing you pretty soon.
Yes, Mel is going to be our featured guest next Friday. So make sure you check in next week. We're going to be seeing some jewelry and talking a little bit about juicing. We'll be talking about some other things. But yeah, we're going to see Mel in the house next Friday. Who else is in?
Beverly, and I think Beverly Addison. I think she's from Richmond. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow, I was able to remember that. I'm going to applaud myself on my memory. Hello, Beverly.
welcome. And Cleveland Joseph.
And he says Ottawa. I hope that means Ottawa, Canada, right?
All right. Welcome to the Lavalais and Ella live show. Thanks, guys, for checking in. Anyone else there want to check in? As always, we ask, are there any birthdays? Any birthdays coming up?
And there's Sandy from Maryland, and Sandra Johnson, and Cleveland Yes is from Canada. Great to have you in the house.
All right. Sandy, are you home? You ready for your hat? I've been holding on to it for you. Let me know, and it will go out on Monday. All right?
Fern is usually in the house. Fern is traveling tonight. She called me early this morning to let me know that she was trying to find her a proxy to stand in for her because she knew she was going to be traveling at this time, so she wouldn't be able to sign in. So I'm sure at some point in time we'll hear from Fern.
Sounds good.
All
right, Sandy, Sandra, I see your message. It will go out on Monday. Looking forward to you receiving it. And what Sandra does is she always sends me pictures of her with the hat on once she's received it. It's beautiful. So I always get to share the excitement of her getting the new hat. It's always good pictures. So yes.
Yeah, that's something I try to include in my thing that I try and do, but I always forget to do it. Which is to always, try to take photos of people in their things that they really, really enjoy and like. I always forget to do that.
I always try to do that at events. If I have time, I try to get pictures of the customers wearing the hats. But Sandy's one of those customers who we do a lot of business through the website, and she has my number and she just sends me the pictures. It's nice to see. It really is.
Yeah, and I'm sure you would. I'm sure Robin has quite a collection of your hats that she must be sporting out there in Midland. I know we're going to have to get some photos from her.
Well, Robin tends to post on Facebook her hats, and so I always get a chance to see her wearing lip hats. So yeah, it's always a pleasure, guys. If you love your hats, post them on social media, tag me so I can see them. And the same with Lavalais jewelry. If you love what you've bought, let us see. Post it on social media, Instagram or Facebook, and tag us so that we can see how much you appreciate what we do as artists.
Right.
Yes, for sure. Again, any birthdays out there? And while we're waiting on that, please share if you like our show. Please share on Facebook. You can share on YouTube as well. I hope that we can get to live stream on Instagram soon. I know that might be in the work. It's a technical thing, but hopefully in the future we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out because a lot of people be watching on Instagram. A lot more people use Instagram than they use Facebook these days, and our platform was built up on Facebook, and I think more people have abandoned Facebook for other things, really and true.
It's a different customer base. Like some people do both, and some people are just on Instagram. Some people are just on Facebook. But Instagram is definitely the newer platform as opposed to Facebook. Yeah. So I know we are preparing for upcoming show season. I've got to ask you, Lavalais, how do you stay healthy and manage through some of these grueling shows that we have, the 3 and 4 day shows? So you're still standing upright at the end of the show.
I learned a long time ago. I used to run around as much as I possibly could, do whatever show I could, whenever I could, and slept when I could. And I finally figured it out that if I didn't get a good night's rest and have a great meal, then it really was going to be a drag for me.
Okay.
So I've patterned myself now. No matter which city I go to, I kind of know where I'm going to go eat. I mean, if there's vegetarian place like in Chicago Diner, I love going to Chicago Diner when I go to Chicago. And I always make sure that I stay at a top of the line hotel. I make sure that I have a very, very comfortable bed. I think if you're going to work real hard at doing this kind of stuff, when you're going to go on the road quite a bit, you really need to treat yourself to a real good night's rest. And you really have to treat yourself to good food.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things that I really take to heart no matter where I go.
Okay.
Those are the things that are usually really most important to me.
Okay.
And you?
I know that I don't do well in heat, so I have to make sure that I am hydrated throughout the shows. There's been a couple of years at New Orleans Jazz Festival in particular, I almost fell out being so dehydrated, and the medical people had to come over and just check on me. So I need to make sure not only water, I have like about 5 or 6 Gatorades there. So I've got my electrolytes, and I have to make sure that I eat throughout the show. Like I'm constantly putting food in me. And when I say food, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, crawfish monica if it's there. But yeah, good night's sleep is very important. And pacing myself. Like last week, I did a pop-up here in Philadelphia. I don't think I was prepared as well as I should have been, because the second night, everybody was going out to dinner. I was done. I was worn out. I had to come home. So I realized I obviously hadn't eaten enough food that day, or I hadn't drunk enough water. So it's all got to balance it all the time to make sure that you get through this 3-4 day shows successfully.
Yeah, you don't want to feel bad at a show. I think the last show I did, which was in New Orleans, a couple of weeks ago, and it was a time when I was really not feeling very well, and the whole show, I was dizzy throughout the whole show. So it made the whole show a real, real tough show for me to really work because I didn't feel good at all. And it's kind of hard when you've got great music, you've got the food that's really, out of this world. And, everything is just
And you want
vibrant. You
this.
want to
Yeah.
be that way too.
Right, right. I get it. I really, really do. So it's important. And I think even the lead up, like you talked about, I know you're a vegetarian, but you eat fish. Um, we have to stay healthy as best we can so that we can maintain what we do for such a long period of time. So I know a lot of artists slash vendors out there are health conscious in order to manage uh, the long days. I mean, some shows we're there at 8 o'clock in the morning. We set up. We start the show at 10. The show is from 10 to 7. Then we have another 2 hours of closing it up, shutting it down, and come back again the next day. So, and be pleasant and nice to the customers.
I think that, yeah, I think that's the part that you really don't imagine, that it's really difficult, that it takes some energy to do, but to keep a smile on your face all day long and to
Yeah.
really be present with everyone is really, I mean, it takes a lot out of you. You just never have a break.
That's the word, you just said it. Be present. To be present with every single customer that wants undivided attention, that takes a lot of energy that it just pours out of us, that we've got to recoup definitely in between shows, and with that good night's sleep, that always helps.
Yeah, I have a 5 hour setup for my setup. It takes me 5 hours for me to put all my things together. Well, you've seen my booth,
Yeah, yeah,
my
it's
booth
beautiful,
usually.
but that's a long time.
Well, yeah, it's a long time, but that's usually what it takes me to do my booth. It's usually like 5 hours for me to put everything together, to have all the walls up and have all the stands up and everything covered. And that's
Right.
not even to have all the jewelry out. That's usually just to put everything out before I put the jewelry out, usually.
Yeah. So a lot of shows, we just when we're out there, we we've just paid for the space. So it's just like the raw space. So we come in, a lot of them, we're putting up our tents, we're putting up the walls. That's the basics. Lavalais puts down floor as well. Sometimes I've seen him do that. And I'm sure the floor is to help with the standing all day, because it comes up through your feet and up into your back if you're standing all day dealing with customers. So floor, a good, isn't that correct? Isn't that why you put down the
Oh
floor?
yeah, yeah. I have the rubber cushioning on my floor so that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
usually, can do all the standing.
yeah. It really does help when you have that cushion. Otherwise, like I said, it comes right up your feet, up into your back. Uh, Definitely. And so that's the basics. And then, that's without putting any merchandise out. So it definitely takes 2 to 3 hours to make it look just so, at least every day.
That's right. All right. So I know there's some new people in the house. I see the numbers have really changed. So I mean, if you guys want to give us a shout out and let us know that you're in the house, that would be real good.
Yeah,
You know,
let
uh,
us know. Let us know. We'd love to
yeah,
hear
we
from
like
you.
communicating with our people, letting them know, that we really appreciate them. And if you sign on in, then we know, you know.
In the meantime, let's show some work. Who's going to go first?
Yeah, I think I
We'll show a
guess
little
that's
bit of
on.
work,
It's
and,
gonna be
and
on me, huh?
yeah, let's show a little bit of work, and then we'll talk a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good to me. I don't mind. I guess I'm gonna be doing a presentation here since Mr. Zeke didn't make it back yet. I guess, right?
Okay, so am I going first or you?
Why don't you? And maybe by that time he'll be back, and then
All
because I
right.
can I can put you there,
All
and
right, so I'm
let
gonna
me
go
see.
first. if you haven't seen the show before, I'm a milliner, Lavalais is a jeweler,
Where am
and
I?
we like to show our work on the show.
Why am I not?
And Lavalais is going to put me up when he has a moment.
Yeah, if I can find my mouse. My mouse seems to have disappeared on me here. So I don't know
If
where the
not, I
damn
can
thing.
do it. If not, I can do it. Right.
Okay, because I can't find my mouse. My mouse seems to have disappeared on me, and I need to have the mouse here somewhere. Why isn't there a mouse?
So this is
Let me
another.
just backpack. I got it. I got it. Here, I'll put you. I'll bring you up. Nope, that's me.
There we go. All right, guys.
And let me go find the. How did I get back to? I just.
So, as Lavalais is behind the scenes working it out, because as you can see, our tech guy is not with us today. Lavalais is a tech guy. If this is your first time to the show, we just like to show a little bit of our work, but we both have websites where you can go and have fun shopping. The hats on my website change all the time. I put hats up probably at least every 2 weeks. New hats are up there. So this week I'm going to show you some hats that are centered around Earth Day. Earth Day, or let's call it Earth Weekend, is tomorrow and throughout the weekend. So I thought some greens and some browns, some earth colors would be great to show for this day, for Friday. So I don't know whether Lavalais is going to show the slideshow, but if not, we're going to do it live. All right, so first hat of the day is the Dietz hat. There we go. So the Dietz is a great unisex hat. A lot of guys love this at the jazz festivals. This is the version 10 with chartreuse green and a little bit of olive green on the inside of the brim. You can wear it all the way down like a bucket shape, or you can pop it up like this. It also comes in orange colorway, tan with orange. It also comes in neutrals, black and tan, tan and black. Go check it out on the website, lipshats.com. Great colors for Earth Day and just for this time of year as we are fully into spring. This is priced at $72. It's packable, crushable, great for traveling, has a nice weight to it. Okay, some people like to have it nice and uniform all the way around, and some people like to pop it on down like that. All right, this is called Dietz. It's in the everyday section of my website, lipshats.com. Another style, very similar, is called the tweed fedora. This one's a bit more symmetrical as opposed to asymmetrical. Again, great for the guys, unisex piece. You can wear it straight up like this, or you can pop it on down. Great bucket shape. Okay, this is tan with black and tan and olive. It comes in a variety of colors, black and tan combinations. It also comes black and tan with purple and orange. Again, go check out the website, lipshats.com. Another packable piece, and it has an adjustable band on the inside if you have smaller head sizes. It goes from a 23.5 inch all the way down to a possible 21.5 inch because of that band on the inside. Okay, great style. Again, packable, crushable. Priced at $72. All right, next style is part of the tie-dye collection. With some browns and greens, jade green. Oh, it's a beautiful chartreuse jade green. I'm just going to put this hat on. Part of Earth Day. Okay, has a nice bit of height to it. Nice bit of blend of colors. It's sized at a 23.5 inch. Great for guys and girls. See the top has a nice flow to it, and it's priced at $72. I'm just going to find the style number for this is T0070. T0070. All right. Great little hat. If you like the madam hats, or if you like the koi hat, this is an addition to that collection. Okay. Priced at $77. It's styled T0070. Because it's so unique in the dyeing process, I only did 2 of these. There are only 2. This is very hard to repeat because they're hand dyed, hand dipped. Yeah, only 2. All right, continuing with the tie dye. This is style number T0060. Okay. Chartreuse green. It's like a nice chestnut brown. This has a nice size to it. It's 24 to 25 inches. The band is a nice mustard green wide band. Okay. Real simple but effective in the styling. This is T0060 and it's priced at $85. Show you all the way around. I am a medium, 23.5 inches, and this is a 24 to 25 inch. All right, so Beverly's asking size for T0070. It's a 23.5 inch, Beverly. I only did 2, but don't worry, I will be doing more in different colorways. This is really, you're seeing me play with an old style that I did many years ago, and just having fun, just playing with it again. So there'll be more to come if this is not the size for you. All right. Next shape, again, is the same colors. T0058. More of a fedora shape. Oh, thank you, Lavalais. T0055. We'll put that hat on. Okay. T0055 is large size, 24 to 25 inch, nice upturned brim. Lavalais, if you could put me back on the screen again. There we go. All right. Great playful hat. A lot of room in here. You could dip this down and create a nice cuff. Okay. Or you could swing it up to the side. Real playful. This is T0055. I only did 2 before, but I got a lot of love on this hat over the past week, so I decided to do some more. This is T0055. It has a tie on it, so it really can adjust from a 24 to a 26 inch. You have a large size. If you have a lot of hair, a lot of locks, a lot of brain, big dome, this is the hat for you, okay? You could even pop it all the way down. You know, hats are playful. They're fun pieces. Just do whatever you want to do. So 20055, and it's priced at $85. Again, I will be doing more of these. So if this colorway is not working for you, or the size is too big or too small, don't worry, there's more coming. All right, I've covered all of these, so I'm going to show you some of the smooth hats. Again, these are very popular for festivals. I've done them in a lot of different colors for the upcoming events that I'm going to. This is Smooth OAK 30. Again, all these colors I just picked for Earth Day, tomorrow. A lot of greens, a lot of browns. This fits quite a few sizes. It can be stretched to fit a larger size. So this is the green colorway, green with yellow. This is yellow and black. Priced at $145, I believe, the Smooth OAK. OAK stands for one of a kind. There's quite a few of these on the website in different colors. I'm just going to show two more in two different colors. So you've got the green, orange is beautiful, orange tie-dye. It's like a sunset orange. Let me try that one on for you. These are all priced at $145, orange. And as we head into the summer, there will be more. Okay, OAK, Smooth OAK. This is the orange. Has a tie again on the side that can tighten it for smaller head sizes. And it packs flat, guys. It packs flat. So if you're familiar with the fold-away hat, which is a small version of this, this again packs flat, great for traveling. It has a wire in the brim which holds the shape, and you can just throw it in the bottom of your suitcase and then come out looking fabulous. That's the orange. And the last one, same hat in the purple to lavender. Okay, priced at $145. Again, it packs flat, great for traveling. All right, that's all I'm showing this week. Go on, head on over to the website, take a look, and have fun shopping. Okay. Okay, I see Mel's comment. That's her orange hat. Mel, you got it in black and white. So, you know, if you want orange too, it's right there. But I know you got it in black and white. So, again, as we talking about the shows and getting ready for the show, Lavalais, are you still working real hard?
Oh, I am. I am working really hard right now, and I've covered most of the bases that I need to cover, but then there's some things that are still uncovered that I still need to work on for a while. So. And part of my thing is that I have a large product line. You know, my product line, I mean, in terms of jewelry, it goes from necklaces to bracelets to rings to this to that. And then there's the bamboo on top of that. And then there's the ear spears on top of that.
Right.
So you have to allow so much time for each thing to be able to cover everything that you possibly want to cover. And so,
yeah, I am the same way. I do have a large repertoire of designs, and sometimes that can be, you want to cover every base, and it can be hard to make sure you have enough of everything, enough of the packable hats, enough of the one-of-a-kind pieces, the special pieces. So yes, I'm working hard too for the entire show season. But I have to pace myself, definitely. I have a story I remember years and years ago when I was a big wholesaler. All I did was wholesaling, sending out orders to stores. And this was when I was married, and we were due to go on vacation. And we had all these orders that needed to go out before we went on vacation, and we I think the flight was like I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're working to try and meet the last UPS shipment, which was 8 o'clock p.m. that night. And I didn't know how stressed I was, and I'm diligently trying to get stuff. And then my husband says to me at the time, he says, okay, that's enough. That's enough. He was just like, that's enough. We're not doing anymore. And I burst into tears. I was like, okay. I burst into tears. Like, I can't do anymore. Like, I'm just done. So I think for me, getting ready for events, like, I just have to get to that point where, like, that's enough.
Yeah, well,
That,
this is,
yeah, that's
I
enough.
mean, this is such a big event, though. Uh, Normally, I can remember the very first time I was invited to Jazz Fest, and I went down Jazz Fest, and I had all my things, and I sold out. My first showing there was a sellout. I didn't have enough of whatever it was that I needed to have.
I understand that experience. So when that happens to you, and that happened to me at Essence one year, I think it was maybe the second year I was there, and I sold out. It was a 3-day show. I sold out. I didn't have one hat left in my booth, and I was sitting there on the end of day 2, like, what am I going to do? It's the 3rd day coming, and I don't have any hats to show. And once you've experienced that, you say to yourself, I am never going to do that ever again, because if I sold out, it means I was not prepared. So
That's correct. Yeah, you got it.
I get it. Like, you know, it means you did not have enough product. You should have enough on the last hour of the last day for people to pick through and choose something. Yeah.
Yeah. Your best stuff shouldn't go the very first day that you're there, you know. And I mean, if that's it, you know, then you didn't come prepared.
No,
you know, you really need to rethink your whole little thing. You know, if you're selling out,
right?
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing, but then if you did it last year, you sold out last year, then you better come correct this year. So I know.
Yeah, and like I said, you just never know. I mean, this particular show, you can have. And you and I, we've been going there for so long, so we have customer base, those people, because usually the crowd that comes to Jazz Fest, I mean, they're repeat people. They come every year. They know you by name. You know, they want so you know, you interact with them, and they're from somewhere else, and so it's like you need to have something for them when they come to your booth.
It's the same with any show, though. Any show that you go to that people have been buying from you for years, you want to be able to show them something different, not what you did last year. You have your staples, but I always feel like if someone's been buying from me for 20 years and they're so loyal and they come back year after year, I want to show them something special every year. Like, this is what I have for you this year. It's a little bit different than last year, but I thought of you, and here it is. So, and I think my customers in every city appreciate that.
Yeah, they do. They do, and and it's all about the customer, really and truly. You know, I mean, I love what I do, but you know, like I said, my pleasure comes from somebody else. You know, really enjoying a piece that I made, you know, and they really like it, really love it. So, you know, that makes me feel good.
So I have another story for you. So this past week, I had a customer call me frantically. Her mother had passed away, and her mother loved my hats, and she wanted a hat to be buried in. So I made her a hat. It was either a red hat or a black hat. And I understood the urgency because my own father's passed away earlier this year. So I understood the sense of urgency, like, gotta get it to her. And I was like, wow, I felt so honored that she had called me for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had that same experience happen to me early in my career, which is something that, it just stays with you forever.
Mhm.
But I had made this necklace and it had cowrie shells on it and bamboo and stuff. And an elderly lady had bought it, and her daughter said, "Hey, my mom had to be buried in that piece because she loved that piece so much that she wanted to be buried in that piece." And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's something.
well, wow. I mean,
Yeah, there's that.
that means a
There's,
lot to you.
yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
does. Well, listen,
Yeah.
let's show some jewelry and then we'll talk some more. I know you got some.
Yeah, let me try and do that. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get your slides thing together. I had to go and reload the page and do some other things that I didn't even know what was going on. But I finally found them, and so I was able
You
to
got a
get a
few
couple
up.
of them up before you.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna try to get mine up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to even do that, but we'll see. Okay.
Okay.
So let's first go to let's go to Lavalais. We remove Ella from this scene. See, I don't. There she goes. Okay,
I'm still
so
here.
now I got her out of there. Now let me. Oh, well, there she's back
I'm
again. Let
still.
me try one more time. Okay. I hope I got you out this time. So now let me see. Um, I'm trying to do all this together here, guys. So bear with me, and I think I got it. Nope. Did I get it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Let's see. All right. Let me find the right one here. Is that what happens? Come on now. There we go. Well, let's see. Let's see. How do I? Oh, that. Oh, let me go back. I'm sorry. I did have that one up, so we do get a chance to see that. I hope we get a chance to see that. Let me. Those. There we go. Okay. Um, that's the cowrie, the black cowrie earring, and it comes in. I make it two different ways. You can have it on a post, or you can have it as a clip-on. It's BAM #1. I still will make that one for you before my show. I'm sort of getting ready for my show, but this is BAM #1, the black cowrie earrings. And for the show special, they're going to be $75. Okay, that's BAM #1. They usually sell for like $125 for the set of black cowrie earrings. All right, and BAM #2. I thought I was having some help, but let me see here. BAM #2. This is the black cowrie bracelet, clip bracelet. And it's got a nice bezel and a little trimming around the outside of it. Here it is. It's probably fit my wrist real pretty good, and so I have like a 8.5, 9-inch wrist. But this could be made a little bit smaller if you need it to be a little bit smaller. Oh, you're helping me out. Okay, great. All right. Okay, so here's this bracelet. Now let's see if it'll focus on it. Maybe I'm a little too close to it. Okay. Well, as you can see, black cowrie, sterling silver, and you can order this bracelet also if you'd like. And it comes in the black cowrie. It also comes in white cowrie, and it sells for $150. It's available as black cowrie and as the white cowrie. All right. So we're going to move on to BAM #3. All right. Let's see, Ella. Next slide. Oh, is it me? Okay. I thought I was having some help there for a minute, but let's see. Okay. I have on the guitar that I make for Jazz Fest, or for, I love making these musical instruments. So I make a couple of different things, the piano, keyboard, and guitar here, but this one I've made it in bone instead of being in ivory. Usually the one in ivory sells for $350, and this one made in the bone is going to sell for $200. All right, so it's bone, it's ebony, and sterling silver, and it's my replica of a guitar. All right, so that's BAM number 3. BAM number 4. Let's see. Okay, here is the fist. It's the iconic Black Lives Matter symbol for. This one has a. I did some patina around the outside, oxidize it with the black oxidized material, so it has black, silver, and sterling silver. All right, and this is also available still. If you want one of these, you can always get this for the summertime when it's real nice to be sporting your stuff on the outside. All right, it's BAM number 4. BAM number 5. Let's see, okay. This is my new ring that I worked out here. This is, let's see. Can you help me? There you go. Oh, wow, too shiny. But you can see it's a long ring. I'll put it on my little finger. But it has the Ankh and onyx. Okay. And you can see that it's got some length to it. So, but I don't think short fingers matter very much. I don't think that has anything to do with this ring, because actually the back part is going to fit over your back part of your hand, and then the rest is going to be in the front. So it's not going to interfere with you by wearing this particular ring. And this ring is going to sell for $275. Okay, and that's sterling silver, 18 gauge sterling silver, and onyx, and you have the Ankh symbol on this particular one. That's BAM number 5. All right, number 6. This one I made with the Janami symbol, and I put the it has amber. So this one has the yellow amber and the Janami symbol on it. So, and it's again, it's very heavy gauge sterling silver, so it does have some weight. And this one has a double shank on it, so it even has heavier weight on it. But it's also going to sell for $275 for this particular show, and it's BAM number 6. And okay, so and for my final one here, this is something I make quite a few. I'm sort of known for this particular Ankh ring, so I've been making this Ankh ring for some time. So this one is made for you in black, and it has yellow amber center. Okay, so but this one also comes available in many different colors. You can get it in white, you can get it black and white, you can get it in red, you can get it in orange, you can get it in yellow or blue. This is different ones that I make for this particular Ankh ring. All right, so that's BAM number 7, and I think that's it for me for this afternoon. So hope you enjoyed those little pieces of jewelry that I've been working on for my upcoming shows. I don't see you in New Orleans, and I see you at New York. I hope to have some of those same items if I, not trying to do too many one-of-a-kinds right now.
Oh, okay. So it seems like you're stepping it up. Like you said, every year you want to bring something a little bit different to the shows. Yeah, looks good.
Oh, I'm trying, man. Like I said, I still got a ways to go. I'm still in a track meet.
So, are those available on your website or just on the live today?
They were just available on the live today, and
Mhm.
that's it. If you saw something that you like, and you can get in contact with me about it. But I'm really preparing for my shows, and next week I will not be on the show with Ella and Mel. I will be doing my first show, which is going to be Festival International, and that's going to be in Lafayette, Louisiana. That's next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then the following week, the Wednesday is set up for Jazz Fest. So I'm trying to do, enough work to make sure that I'm at least got enough stuff for both of those shows. And, then maybe I'll have a break in between before I go to New York.
There we go. That's what we look for is the break in between. And the break is just like take a few days off and then it's straight back into it. So,
Oh yeah,
this,
yeah.
this,
You get to unwind for a minute, but then you got something coming around the corner, so you got to get.
this is what we do. This is what we do. This is like a little, insight into what we do as artists, and everything else that we do. All the social media, the lives now, the events. This is how we make a living.
Yeah, yeah, and we've crossed paths from very beginning when we both were back in New York City doing the wholesale
Yeah.
thing with everybody, and we met all you at least meet all the beautiful people because they come and ask you. Well, they want your product too. They don't want you just to be giving it to a New York fashion boutique.
Right. That's true. That's
And I don't know if you remember IBBMEC, or did you go back to that, way back to that particular thing?
I think I did that maybe twice, maybe three times, at least twice. I think I did that event.
Yeah,
In
but back
the
then,
yeah.
back then there were enough shops in enough different cities that all had black boutiques, but
I think it's the International Black
something.
Buyers and Merchandisers Expo Conference, something along those lines. But it was an event that was held in DC. I'm going to say it was mid to late 90s, and it was about us selling to us. So black artists, designers selling to black stores.
Yeah, I think that's where that was my first meeting of Marvin Sin too. Was back at that particular show. Him.
Organized by Marvin and within a group that put it together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so we have a comment from Tite says we need
Yeah,
to
she
do
said
that
we
again.
need to have that again, but we can't go back. That's the problem because we had you guys at 4W Circle, and we had support from all the people in different little bitty cities that supported us. Philly had different shops, and Baltimore had different little shops, and out California they had shops. So it was like,
I think it was successful because there were a lot more black-owned boutiques who could purchase from us at that time. There aren't so many these days. A lot of the stores that I sold to in the late 90s have gone out of business. I can probably name two that are still in business, and that would be Essential Elements in Chicago. They bought from me close to the very beginning. I used to wholesale to them, and also Ida's Idea in Washington, D.C. She also bought from me, and those two stores are still in existence. But there was a time Detroit, Chicago, New York had at least 10, 15 stores that we wholesale to. at
Yeah,
least.
Detroit. I mean, just everywhere there people were was eager to to wear and buy black. You know, that was that was something that was it was a happening thing. Should I say? Is that the
But
way to?
but not only that, it's part of the ecosystem is missing, and part of the system is the boutique. The boutique is not there anymore for us to sell to, or us to go and do pop-ups in. They used to be called trunk shows, now they're called pop-ups. And so when that is taken out of the ecosystem, we have to I have to go on the road and do events and do more festivals and more shows because I'm not wholesaling. So that's what happened in the early 2000s. A lot of those boutiques went out of business.
Yeah, and I wish there was something to be said about that. I wish there was some way that, yeah, Atlanta had a few shops too, right? I mean, Sisters Festival, whatever those things were that they had, back in the day was just out of this world. You know, I don't know, maybe the internet and now AI and all of these things that are very confusing about what it is and and all the politics of who we are and not who we are. It's just getting it's a little weird. It's getting crazy.
It's about carving out your identity and sticking with it, and whether it's a certain style that's prevalent here in America. It's about purchasing from being loyal to those particular artists and sticking with that style. For instance, Damali has a certain look that is typical to her, and it's not a European style. It's a beautiful silhouette, and so if you love that, it's continuing to support these artists that are showing you a look, and just we're out here. We're out here. We are.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, I'm glad we do what we do because that's a way for us to, I always thought it was a way for us to I think my dog is really want to go outside, so I really have to let him go outside. I'm gonna let you talk for a minute while I let him outside. Is that possible? Let
Okay.
me
So you just
let
gotta
me
put me
remove
on there for
myself
a
and leave.
second.
Let me see. Yeah. Oh,
uh,
I get all
yeah.
the crazy things come up there. So there we go. How's that?
Okay. Would love to hear from you out there, people, about your thoughts about. Would you love to have more stores that sold more artisan wearable art pieces? Would you be into wearing it more than you do? Um, I think is about access also. I love going to Chicago. Chicago has a wonderful, loyal customer base that comes out to the African Festival of the Arts, excuse me, in Labor Day weekend. And people come and shop and support artists such as myself and Jimmy King and Lavalais and Dana Artwear. And so, um, would you, as a customer out there, love to see more of what we do in a boutique or a traveling event? Do you guys remember the Black Expos? The Black Expos that used to travel in the early to mid 90s that brought a lot of us together. Those
Yeah, and
are quite memorable.
I think one of our old friends that have been on the show, Adiba, even she wants so much for us to come to Sacramento, or like Robin wants so much for us to come to Midland. I mean, they would love to have us in places like that, and we need to figure out how do we make that happen. You know, I think that's necessary for us to. figure out how we get to Richmond, Virginia, or how we get to Midland, Texas, or how we get to Sacramento. Because those are the places where we never go, or even Ottawa, Canada. I mean, we have somebody viewing us today from Ottawa, and I've always wanted to go do it. There's one or two shows that are up there but I know there's money exchange or stuff like that. And back in the day when I did hair things and stuff like that, and they would do the hair shows over in England, in London, and I would be saying, "Oh, well, let me just maybe I want to go do that." You know what I mean? So, and never just got a chance to do that, but I really would, and I hope that we're able to figure out how we're going to be able to bring our show to you. Be closer to you.
It's a conversation to be had, that's for sure. That's for sure. I appreciate all your comments, guys, I'm just putting up on the screen. Eniola talks about how she used to attend the Black Expos. There's Joan Washington saying she was in Chicago Labor Day and was blown away. And then we also had Kim Taylor. She's in Chicago saying absolutely. She would support and would wear, what we do. So I think it's again, it's an identity. Definitely, it's as I said, talking to Chite, it's our form of fashion that needs to be explored a little bit more with not just our generation, but also cultivating the younger generation as well.
Yeah, and that's probably part of the problem that we're missing is that the younger generation usually thinks Gucci and Pucci, or and they don't really think about design. I mean, their own image, or identifying totally on their own. They're always trying to imitate somebody else's Jay-Z or Beyonce, or look like Lizzo. They always want to be like somebody else. And I think what happened with us is that we had to forge our own identity in terms of creating our own identity, because we didn't, there wasn't anybody for us to model our work after or to do our things for. So I think that's how we ended up where we are now.
Yeah. Oops, let me put Ether is in the house. And Ether says traveling events, love them. I met Marvin in Connecticut, would love the Black Expo. Yeah, it was a good event. Yeah. Hey, we could talk about it for a lot, but it's all about making the connections with the right people and making it happen.
Yeah, we're going to see about how we do that.
For sure.
And you have a comment there?
Yes, Kim is saying, Ella, I'd like to get one of your hats sold recently recreated for myself. Okay, Kim, which hat was it? Let me know which hat. If it's sold on the website, if it's a one-of-a-kind piece, might be hard to recreate totally, especially if it's a special dye. But let me know which hat, and I will do my best. Okay, I do my best for sure. We also get another comment from Ether. Oh, you got your hats? Fantastic. Love your hat. Anybody that's waiting on orders, they are going out every day. Believe me, more going out on Monday. I have not forgotten anyone. My current shipping time is 5 to 7 days. So I think
your heavy season is starting now, because it's heating up down here. I mean, I can't tell what the weather is like. Well, yeah, I guess you got nice weather in Philly also. I'm sure everything in the Northeast is starting to warm up a little bit also.
We are having a yummy Friday. Very, very nice here in Philadelphia. Yeah. So Kim, okay, Kim. She says, I'll have to check the pictures and send it to you. No worries. Right. I will wait on that. Okay. I will wait on that. I think we've had a good show, Lavalais. I hope you've enjoyed the conversation that we've had.
I hope they have also. I've enjoyed my conversation, that's for sure. I have enjoyed the show. I made a couple of mistakes, but always, I didn't lose anybody, so that's a good thing.
It's never a mistake. It's just you're learning something still. So uh, I think we all
Oh
appreciate
man,
the
I've
active
seen
learning.
your work lately, Marlena. And you're just going out of this world. Have you seen any of her work?
No, no.
Oh man, you should see her work.
Can
She
you pop
posts
the
some
comment?
online.
Can you put the comment up, please?
Uh, oh, do I know how to do that? Let's see. Yeah, okay. See, my thing is going bananas with me. I keep trying to. There we
There we
go. See, I have to hit things 2 or 3 times in order to make them do it.
Okay.
Um, but she does glass, as in her name, colored glass.
Okay.
And I've seen some of the recent stuff that she's been doing, and it's just like, I mean, amazing. And see, we ain't big enough for her.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We will get there. We will get
Yeah, but I'm glad you came on our show. That's for sure.
there. All right, guys. We're going to end primarily because Lavalais has work to do. He's got work to do. He works till the wee hours of the morning. And tell them again, you have a show coming up next week, Lavalais.
Yeah, next week I have it's Festival International, and what I like about that particular show, I've actually done it one time before, a long time ago in my career, and I think I may have seen Angelique Kidjo there for the first time. And what's always good about it is that they bring very good international acts for this particular
Oh,
show. So um, and that's going to happen in Lafayette. And Lafayette, Louisiana is a very little artistic town. They have nice little coffee shops and, you know, so nice little bars and stuff like that. Our guy Zeke is down there going to school. I'll
okay.
maybe get a chance to see him for a minute. I'm not sure. But
It's always nice to do events in beautiful places, and you can have fun just in the place that you're in as well. So, like you said, bars and coffee shops and restaurants. So you actually get to live a little bit while you're doing an event. Perhaps you could go out and eat a nice meal, like you said, afterwards.
yeah, there's usually I mean, I know this restaurant probably closed, and I think it closed during COVID, but it was, and I don't know if you remember the guy, but he was the guy who made the Blue Dog, and the Blue Dog is pretty famous here in Louisiana. It's a an old guy from Art Center, and he did these paintings of these dogs, and his most famous one is a blue dog. But yeah, it's this restaurant.
Oh, I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and so he had this restaurant in Lafayette, and I mean they'd be pumping out the seafood. I'm like,
Okay. I could see your mouth is watering. And if Tite is in the house, then Tite, she's a big foodie, so she'll definitely want to go there for sure.
oh yeah, that was a great thing that we got to do in California, and that was a lovely experience. We had dinner together, me, you, and Tite, and one of our fans, Fern. We all enjoyed. we, we were kind of shocked by the restaurant that we thought was something totally different than what it was, but
It was good food though.
but the food was off the chain. The food was really excellent.
The food was awesome. So yeah. We have to go back there if we all go back to LA like next year. Then we'll
Yeah,
be there.
that's the good thing about going to these different locations. Like I said, is finding the great restaurants to go and eat. And
Yes.
so if you guys come down to New Orleans, I hope you go to Neo's. I know Ether loves the place. It's one of her favorites, one of my favorites. It's a getting out to go and have some red beans or chicken or barbecue shrimp or grilled charcoal grilled oysters. I mean, all those things just like
Okay, you're just making me hungry. So let's end the show with that. Feeling hungry, but looking forward to perhaps tasting some of that wonderful food. Definitely. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Check us out next week. Featured guest will be Mel of KI Jewelry. All right. Thanks again, guys. I don't know who's closing us out, whether it's going to be you or whether Zeke is here doing it.
yeah, you see, everybody's talking about the food.
Oh, they
TJ.
are. Oh, here we go. Oh, so Tite has already been to Neo's then. Okay.
Yeah, she's been to Neo's and
Okay. Okay.
all
So
right.
then I didn't need to mention it like, oh, she needs to go. She's already done it. Ah, okay.
All right.
Have a wonderful evening and see you next Friday.
Lovely weekend. See you guys next week. Enjoyed you, and we'll see you at the fest out there. That's for sure.
We sure will.
All right.